Okay, it is a good day to sew. It is freezing outside. We've got about 8 inches of snow on the ground. And it was 9 this morning. I don't know what it is now, but anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a vest out of sheepskin. I'll show you how to make a sheepskin vest, sort of like this one right here on Kyla. Let me see where you're at on the camera. See if I can swing you around a little bit so you can see better. Okay, how's that? Better? Okay. All right, anyway, what I did is my first attempt was using Simplicity 1902, this one right here. It's the same one we did with the reversible vest. Of course, you only need to cut out, I got fuzz everywhere from the sheepskin and the Sherpa, and it's just sticking to everything. Okay, so this was the same pattern that I'm going to use, that I used on this one right here. Let me see what you see. Okay, you see that? This is the My Life doll from Walmart. Same pattern. I had to make a few adjustments. There was some problems I ran into on this one, and I'm going to take it off the doll so you can see what I'm talking about. When you're not using facings, you have to worry about your tuck unders, because all I did was cut the pattern out, tuck it to the right side of the fabric, and then sew. And because there's not very much stretch in the sheepskin, I ran into a problem here. So what I did is I learned how I could work around that by cutting little wings on the top, so that gives you that little bit extra that you can use to get that to lay flat on your pattern, and it works well on this sheepskin. So all my seams were to the outside. Everything was machine sewed. I didn't do anything by hand on this. You can see a little bit where the stitching is, but it's so minor that it really shouldn't even bother anybody. That you can actually see where the sewing is on some of these vests. And besides that, by the time you have them on the doll, you're not going to see it anyway. So let me cut that off. Okay, so a couple strings. So anyway, that's the sheepskin. I guess you could wear it this way if you want to, but it would look a little funny because I did put the false pockets here. But if you left the false pockets out, you could actually wear the sheepskin vest and make it reversible. So either way would look cute. So, it's up to you. Anyway, like I said, I'm using this pattern here, but like I said, I had to make a few adjustments. So that's that vest right there, which is the same as the reversible that I did. Then I wanted to go more vesty-like, so I took a old vest pattern that I had, and I tried to adjust it and put little wings around it, and I changed the shape a little bit. So the first thing I did was I tried it out on fleece, because I didn't want to use up my good fabric. So what I wanted to do was put a little button on here, so I could just button this little fleece button with just a regular buttonhole and a button. I tried that with this pattern, but by the time I got the whole vest done, I didn't have enough of a room to get it over so I could get a buttonhole and a button in there. So what I ended up doing was taking a hair barrette like this, cutting the metal part off and opening it up this one side seam and sticking the elastic in here and sewing over it. I would have used beige rubber band, hair band, but I didn't have any, so I just went to the closest color I had, and that was this dark medium brown. So that's how I solved this vest pattern. On this one here, there's a little diamond in the back here, but you can't fold your fabric up. You can't take it and fold it up because you'd have a triangle on the top that wouldn't be covered. So I cut out another piece, and I'll show you that when we actually get to that. to this video. Another thing I wasn't happy about this, I wanted it to be longer and I wanted this to come wider so it was not so narrow in here. So what I ended up doing was making it in this sheepskin, let me get it for you. This was from Walmart, and it was, I kept the tag to show you. If your Walmart still has fabric, they might have this one. Mine has 2 bolts of this stuff. Anyway, the price at Walmart was $12.97 a yard. I got a 1/4 yard, which came out to be $3.24. And so far I've only made 1 boot and 1 jacket. But it doesn't use up much of the fabric, as you can see, so you can get quite a few out of a 1/4 yard. Probably I could get maybe 4 sets of boots and vests out of a 1/4 yard, but it does give you all these little fuzzies everywhere, so you know, that's just something you have to work with. As far as the this is just a piece of vinyl I put on this doll so I could see what it would look like with a black skirt. It's not even sewn, I just have it pinned together. So what I was going to do on this one was, let me see what you see. I was going to put a couple white buttons and a couple white buttons and then have them go to side just for variety. And then I changed my mind on that one. This one is just pinned on. I haven't got it done yet, but I was going to make a false pocket either on this side and then just put 2 buttons here, but I did the same thing. I didn't give myself enough fabric to cross over and make it a regular button-up vest. But if you do want to do that, I'm going to put this pattern online. If you do want to do that, you could just take your this is your front piece, and then just this is the wrong one, this is the small one. Yeah, here's the bigger one. You could just take that, I put this zebra, I made some changes. Anyway, I just added more to the bottom, and then I widened this one out. But if you want to actually be able to create a button-up vest, you're going to have to even extend this even wider, so that when you do have enough to turn under it, but you'll still have enough to put 2 buttons here. Maybe I'll do that in the video. We'll extend it and make 2 buttons. But anyway, that's the zebra one here. As far as the boots she's wearing, I took, let me see if I can show you what it looks like when it's all tied up. And I don't have it, I'm probably out of camera, sorry. I don't have it, let me put a pin back in here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so on these, let me put her skirt down. On these boots, you can do it so that you can make them higher, and then make them turn down like that, and they turned out really cute like that. I've only made 1. Let me show you what I did. Here's the pattern. I'm getting all confused here. This one, and this one. Okay. So here is your regular back for this sheepskin pattern. Here's the one I made with the high back, and this is the zebra. So I added 1.5 inches on the top. So this is the same exact thing. I just went up 1.5 inches. And then on this piece, I did the same thing. I cut out another one, but I went up, and because the calf gets wider towards the top, you have to flare it out a little bit. So I just, let me see if I can put that even so you can see. So here's the pattern, and then what I did is I flared up just a tiny bit, not even 1/8 of an inch. I just flared it up. This is probably 1/8 over here. This is probably a 1/16. So just flare it up, and then instead of doing just this one little thing, I did a bar. So when I first did this, I couldn't decide if I wanted to put multiple little tabs or if I wanted to do a bar. And when I did this, I thought I might end up putting a strip of Velcro, but then I thought I'm going to end up putting, you know, tights and socks and things on the dolls, and you know how Velcro catches on everything. So I'm probably just going to end up putting multiple snaps on here. Maybe I can get away with just 2 snaps, one here and one here, like that. And then finish off the edge like I did. And the same thing, I sewed the foot on by hand, but everything else I did by sewing machine. So anyway, that's the sheepskin boot in the higher in the zebra Sherpa. So I guess that's it as far as explaining what I did. I am going to do this vest for the demonstration. So I'm going to go ahead and do it in the regular sheepskin because I already have one in the zebra. So let me get all my stuff cut out and ready and we'll get started.